Ibrahim, I'll add you later if that's okay. I've got my first guest who's already here, and we've got a bit I just want to make sure that we get through the timing. Hi Behnaz, hi Prati, hi Punam, Sokya, Binita. So I'll get you on later if that's alright, Ibrahim. Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Ibrahim. Appreciate that. Definitely do want to get you on the, and I do want to thank you as well for your reaction video. Appreciate that. Yeah. Hi Divya. Hi Akash. I'm good, Mira. Thanks for asking. Bit overwhelmed with all the love and support, but I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Can you hear me, by the way? Hope you can. Avish, I'll get you on in just a moment. I'm just gonna let this song finish. Just a minute left. Thanks to everyone joining in. Please do share this live with everyone. So I've got my first guest who will be coming shortly after this song finishes, Avish. I can't wait for you guys to hear him. He's a fantastic singer. Okay, perfect. That's good. Thanks. Yes, Sam, I remember you from Clubhouse. Nice to see you here. I'm glad you joined in. Hopefully I can make it worth your while in terms of these shed sessions. I do these every week, every Saturday, 9 p.m. UK time. Do tune in. I get different guests on every week. Really excited. Hi, Stuti. Wow, a rare appearance. Stuti, if you can hang around as well, I'd love to get you on later. Stuti is a fantastic singer. Please, everyone go follow her as well. We've got Markand, another amazing singer. Go follow him as well. Hi Tasha, hi Kirti. Nice of you to join in. Thanks Sam, really appreciate that. Very kind of you to say so. Really means a lot. Thank you. Still learning, still on a journey to get better, but trying my best. And thank you for all the support as well for this medley. Okay, Avish, let's get you on. From Clubhouse. Hi Khamis, kya baat? Avish.
Hey, how are you, Rohit? How are you?
How are you?
Good. It's so. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So nice to finally meet you in person.
Yeah, and you.
Yeah, we've been. Yeah, in person. Whatever. This is how it is now. But so glad that we could do this. From Clubhouse to now, I guess Instagram Live.
Yeah, from Clubhouse to Instagram Live. Thank you so much, firstly. And seeing as it's the first time that you're coming on Shed Sessions, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me on Shed Sessions. I've been watching the last few episodes. It's been beautiful. But hi, everyone who's joining in. My name is Avish. I'm a singer from New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia, that whole area. And yeah, I'm a musician, a singer, performer, artist, and have been so since I was young. And I'm also a medical student at the same time. And so balancing music and medicine both has been my passionate professions, and something that I am aiming to continue doing in the future. And so yeah, that's kind of like my gist. Yeah.
Same lives, soothing lives as well with your voice.
Oh, thank you. Yes. I love talking to other musicians and other artists, and sharing that connection and understanding where everyone comes from, with their music and how they've come about. And so I was really excited to come here and talk to you today.
Thank you. Yeah, once again, thank you so much for coming on and taking time out of your busy schedule as well. Because obviously, being a med school student is not. I imagine you don't have much free time. But yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. It's actually been I've been like driving around many different cities this week because of my med school rotations. I was in Philadelphia the other day. I was in Delaware. Then I went to Harrisburg. Then I had to go to New York City, and now I'm finally back home in New Jersey for the just for the weekend before I'm off again on Monday. So yeah, it's been very very busy. But the one thing that definitely keeps me grounded throughout all of this is music. Um, even if it's as simple as having your own personal karaoke jam session in the car. But music has been the one thing that has always kept me sane, has always been my saving grace, and just one of those passions that has kept me going throughout my entire life ever since I was a kid. So
Definitely, definitely. And listening
energizing.
to Clubhouse as well has been an absolute joy these past few weeks that I've been on there. And okay, so let's start by how did your musical journey start? You said from a young age. Have you learned formally? How did that?
Um, Yeah, so music actually runs on my mom's side of the family. She sang, her brother sang, both my grandparents sang. So I started off by learning kind of from my mom. She's been my biggest motivational factor with music, and so she pushed me into it. So I grew up learning Hindustani classical music. I did. Um, so yeah, so I did Hindustani classical music ever since I was little. I didn't get to finish all the way through, but I did it for about 5 6 years. I played the piano, played the drums, played the tabla. So that was kind of how I started from the age of 5 or 6 years old. And I was performing on a bunch of different stage platforms, cultural events, shows, things like that. And yeah, I continued that up until the age of 12, up until the age of 13. Then I kind of took like a mini hiatus. Like I did a bunch of stage performances, a bunch of shows, and put out covers and things like that. But I think it kicked off again when I went to college. Um, so around when I was 18, 19 years old, and then I entered this network of singers and dancers and musicians from literally all across the United States. And I joined this large network, and that's where I began my show performances. It began my concerts all over again. I began making covers, full music videos, collaborating with a bunch of different artists, and it's just been growing since then. So yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's get you to sing a song firstly, and then we'll carry on having a bit of a chat.
Okay, okay. Um, okay. नजर जो तेरी लागे मैं दीवानी हो गई दीवानी हो दीवानी दीवानी हो गई मशहूर मेरे इश्क की कहानी हो गई जो जग ने न मानी तो मैंने बिठानी कहाँ थी मैं देखो कहाँ चली आई नजर जो तेरी लागे मैं दीवानी हो गई दीवानी हो दीवानी मस्तानी हो गई Thank
Wow,
you. Thank
yeah, man. The octave change, brilliant. Love that.
Yes, it took me quite a bit of time to perfect this song because it is Sanjay Love and Sally after all.
It
But
song, yeah.
um, one of my favorite songs. I actually did when the song first came out. I did a male version to it in terms of like a male response. Um, so what would a guy say in response to uh, Deepika or Shreya or however you want to see it. So I actually mixed that up with at that time a song had released with by The Weeknd. It was called Party Monster, and so I kind of fused that vibe of Party Monster, added tabla, sitar, and then created this male response to Divani Mastani called Divana Monster. And so I released that about 2 3 years ago, and it's been one of my most viewed covers. So that's why the song holds a special place in my heart, just because I guess maybe people related to that. I don't know, but yeah.
You've definitely got to sing Divana Monster now. Now that you've mentioned it.
Oh my gosh, do you want a monster? Okay, let's see. Um, so okay, I took the alap that happens at the end of the original song and
Yeah.
kind of emphasized that. And y- yeah, okay. So सब नूर नूर सा बिखरा है एक तू ही ख्यालों में उतरा है बस झूम 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 जाता है दिल मैं मस्ताना है मैं दीवाना है पाकीज़ा हंसता है तेरा तू नूराना है सब नूर नूर सा बिखरा है एक तू ही ख्यालों में उतरा है So I kind of elaborated more on that aspect of it because it's just it was an outro to that song and I was like, no, there's so much heavy weight in these lyrics and this melody. I really liked it, so I kind of took that and emphasized that more in my cover and added like an EDM drop to the end of it. So
So where can we find that cover? Where have you?
yeah, so you can find that cover on Spotify, Apple Music. It's also on YouTube. I did a whole music video with it. Actually, in that part, I got to showcase a little bit of the Kathak that I trained in growing up.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was actually my first music video where I did Kathak in after a very, very long time. And so I was very happy. And I did it with my friend Tosha, who did does Kathak as well. So yeah, so you guys can check that out on YouTube. It's there on all streaming platforms. But yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, you are someone. I'm just Akash. Where can we find Avish? Yeah, he's just mentioned it, but yeah, definitely. Please follow Avish on firstly on his Instagram and all his other pages. He said his Spotify, his YouTube as well. Where he's not only done that, he's done some amazing other covers as well. I've been listening to these past week. Once I've obviously confirmed you, I thought let me try and listen. And I've had the pleasure of listening to Avish live on Clubhouse these past couple of weeks as well. And yeah, Stuti. He is so talented. Agreed. Ritu is absolutely loving you as well. Ritu's in New York actually.
Oh,
She's a good singer as well.
awesome. Oh,
Stuti,
Ritu. Okay, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I think she just said she's followed you, but yeah, definitely you should connect with her as well.
Awesome.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
guy, Kathak, classical singing, modern singing, all sorts. So talented. There's so much love and great comments for you as well. And this is what it is, man. This is what Shed Sessions is about. It's about bringing talent from across the world to everyone. And yeah, Gilly as well. Awesome voice, he says. So yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
So okay, moving forward. So I've just most recent you did a really nice sort of medley cover type thing as well.
Yeah.
If you want to explain a bit about that.
Yeah. So, and you can relate. Every artist, I feel like, likes to reinvent, likes to kind of create something new. So during the years of music between, I guess, like 2016 and 2018, 2019, like that phase of my music career, I was really into making fusion music, not just creating your basic American music, Hindi music mashup. I really wanted to fuse and mix the two, whether it was with instrumentation, whether it was, mixing songs that had lyrical sense to it. Not just making songs that sound good together and putting them together. Like they actually had to flow into one another, mean something. And so that was, that fusion project and kind of showcasing my Indian American side and the pop culture and Bollywood culture that I grew up with. That was kind of one of the phases that I was going through, and maybe we'll eventually get back to doing. But recently, I think because of the pandemic and because of just how much, for lack of better phrases, how much shor sharaba our lives have gone through in the last 1 year, that creating more soft, more chill music, more ballads was something that I feel like was touching people. I did it once. I did a ballad cover version of Larki Badi Anjani and people were like, oh my gosh, like we really needed this right now, like we really felt this. And like that made me think, I think we need to kind of chill a little bit. Everyone has gone through a lot, and people are looking to music as their source of support and emotion. And so I did this medley of Mujhse Dosti Karoge songs, and we all know the classic actual medley that's in the movie, but I decided to make a medley of all the songs in that one movie in 2 minutes. It's a 2 minute medley of every single one of those songs, and I wanted to make it a ballad, something that people can just feel nostalgic about, sing along. It's very simple. It's just my one track voice with the piano. No crazy harmonies or anything like that. And so, I kept it very simple, very clear, very clean for just like my audience to just kind of enjoy. For me, it's all about what my friends, what my family, whoever listens to my music, for them to just enjoy what they're listening to and feel what it is that I'm singing. Because I'm very big on lyrics. I'm very big on expressing those emotions. And I think all of those are emphasized with naturally. Um, and yeah, that's kind of what I did with the Mujhse Dosti Karoge. I did a similar thing to Soni Soni from Mohabbatein. We all know that as like the 9 minute classic holy dance song. And I made it into a 2 minute ballad instead. And just kind of showcasing like how much love was in that song, how much, how beautiful that melody was, like the nok joke, like the play, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of have that with my ballads, and I make these 90s and 2000s songs that everyone loves into versions as to how they would sound in 2021, so that's kind of like the gist that I'm going for right now, and I do have other projects in lineup, but yeah. Yeah.
No, and to be fair, you've done that so well. The ballad thing, like you said, and stepping away, because when you think of the Mujhse Dosti Karoge medley, you automatically think of that medley. But to pull away from that,
right.
Different, it just shows your creativity, and I think you've done that so well. And if you're able to sing that now, that would be amazing, just to show everyone.
Yeah. Let's see. जाने दिल में कब से है तू, जब से मैं हूँ तब से है तू, मुझको मेरी रब की कसम, यारा रब से पहले है तू, अनदेखी अनजानी सी पगली सी दीवानी सी, जाने वो कैसी होगी रे, हो चोरी से चुपके चुपके बैठी है दिल में छुपके, जाने वो कैसी होगी रे, अनदेखी अनजानी सी पगली सी दीवानी सी, जाने वो कैसी होगी रे. And then the other 3-4 songs are there too, but yeah. I suddenly forgot what my order was, but yeah.
That's fine. It sounds so good, I must say. And Arshi's wrote a comment. He reminds me of Sangeet Haldipur. I see that now, actually, now that she's mentioned it. I've pinned the comment.
Okay. I'm having a hard time seeing these comments. I want to... Hold on. I think because when I logged out, and I think it froze for me a little. So let me see. I don't want to...
your network, you keep cutting in and out.
Has it been a little in and out? Okay. Can you give me like 30 seconds to go in and come out again and fix it?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Sure, that's fine. Okay, we'll just wait for Avish to sort his network out. In the meantime, lovely comments. Thanks to everyone who's joined in. Let's just do a call for everyone. Hi, Nina. Hi, Kamis, Gilly, Rishabh, Shiv, Prash, Arshi, Arna, Sam, Arti, Danny, Punam, Kanu, Mira, Raj, Pranav. Thank you all for joining in and tuning in. Just waiting for Avish. Avish, send me a request when you're ready. And yeah, amazing comments as well. Please do follow Avish on his Instagram and his YouTube as well. and you'll be able to see like his most recent medley and his all his other mashups that he's done as well, and these ballad type mashups that he's done is very very good, I must say. Yes, he does have a very calm and pleasant voice.
Any better? Much
Yeah,
better?
that looks better. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Sorry, I don't know why. It was totally fine all day. Okay, anyways, but
These-
yeah, I'm really happy that, everyone who's tuned in is enjoying and liking. Please feel free to ask me any questions. I love talking. I love sharing my experiences. I've gone through so much in the last 20 or so years, with music, and having to balance it out with medicine, and that fine art of balancing, and just all the struggles that have come along with it. Um, you know, I feel like that's a story I want to kind of get out there to everybody. That you don't have to give up one thing or the other to pursue what you want to do. Um, we've obviously grown up, with the Desi mentality that doctor, engineer, lawyer, business. That's it. Nothing else. And yeah, you can do music, but then that's it.
do on the side,
Whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, do it on the side or whatever. And maybe that was something my parents just assumed that I would do, but I was like, no. I want to do both fully and wholeheartedly, and not just have it just be a side hobby. Like, I want to do the tracks, the projects, the performances, the traveling. I During college, I was traveling from state to state performing every weekend. A lot of my friends would be like, "Where are you? Let's hang out." I'm like, "I can't. I'm performing." And there's a lot of little sacrifices that have been made along the way, and they've been really, really tough. It's tough also when you don't have. So I guess backtracking. I feel like I'm going a little in
No, it's fine.
circles, but just like, um, you know, it's hard when you don't have one side of the family that supports music, that supports you doing music, right? My mom's side, obviously, they all did music, and then they did their jobs. Like my grandfather, who I look up to so well, and he was a full ophthalmologist, but he was a qawwali singer and did that for a while.
Wow.
Plays the violin, everything. My nani had her bachelor's in music, and mind you, they're like in their 80s and living in India. So imagine at that time what it must have been like for them to do that. And then so they naturally passed it down to my mom, my mamaji, and my mom wanted that for me. And that is the mentality that I grew up with. But it's tough when your dad's side of the family is a bit more conservative. They are the stereotypical only doctor, and then when they used to see a lot of my videos, or performances, they'd be like, "Oh, why is you spending so much time in that? Like, you know, there's no need. Go sit and study." Like, sometimes they wouldn't even come to the performances. So, a lot of struggle that way. Feeling safe, feeling assured in that what you're doing is correct is very, very hard when you have that kind of dichotomy of a family. But once college kicked in and I felt more independent and I was doing whatever I wanted to do by myself, that made things a lot easier. My friends were supporting me. They were my choreographers, my dancers, my visionaries with me. Um, and I owe a lot of it to them as well, my success. And so now when I'm finally at the stage of fully becoming a doctor in the next couple of months, and I'm doing all these things with music, I've now at the age of 25, I'm starting to feel like, okay, maybe I've accomplished something. Like maybe I've done something. Maybe I can share these little like tips and tricks and just struggles that I went through, with music. So yeah.
So how is it now? So you're on the verge of becoming a qualified doctor. How is the dynamic now, particularly on your dad's side of the family, who are less supportive, as you said? How
Yeah. Right. Right. I think it- that's a mm, that's a tough one to answer, I think, and I say that because you know it's almost like mind over matter in a way, right? Like you grow up uh, almost with this ideology that one side of the family is telling you, no, this is wrong, like you shouldn't be doing this. And then now when you're a full adult, you're doing everything by yourself. It's hard to sometimes let go of that from the back of your head. That, you know, even if they say that it's fine, you know, you start doubting, is it actually fine? Do you actually think it's fine? So a lot of me right now has been trying not to pay too much attention to that, because and that's something that I just need to work on. You know, we all have our you know, flaws and our own inner things that we have to work out. But I think having my mom with me all the time, supporting me, you know, I grew up with her finding performances for me, driving me hours to my music lessons every other day of the week after school while she did her job and everything also, you know, making sure I was trained, making sure I was dancing, making sure I was, you know, even during college when I wasn't living at home, you know, if I had a performance, I would tell her. She'd travel over whenever she can and stuff like that. So, you know, even now in med school, with med school being one of the toughest periods of life where you sacrifice so much, you don't even see your basic family and friends most days, and trying to do music videos in between took so much longer, so much of planning, so much of thought process. Um, so it's about finding that support that will actually be your support. Um, and I think, you know, it will probably still take some time for my dad's side of the family. You know, they like listening to what I have to put out there. They enjoy seeing my covers and everything. But I think it boils down to just, you know, sometimes I question, you know, yeah, but where was the support when I was actually training? You know, like had I stopped back then, I wouldn't have gotten to this point, right? For you to say this. So it's tough because yeah, you know, you get flashbacks. You think about some of the messages that have been sent. You know, one time I had a family member who thought I had given up medicine because I put out a music video, and they were like, "Oh, you're a full-time musician, you're a full-time artist. Great, we need them in the family." But then they were like, "Oh," then you know, my other aunt was like, "Oh, but you gave up your medicine." And I was like, "Guys, you guys are sitting in India. Like, you don't know what I'm doing here. Like, what? Like, I'm doing both. Like, what part of both don't you understand?" And I don't think they still understand. And maybe that's something that's a generational thing, you know, because for them and for that culture, they didn't grow up with that mentality. They were always only told one career, one thing, and one goal in life, one focus. But why not everything? And that's something that I have always wanted to achieve. Is, you know, why not everything? And I don't mean just be a jack of all trades. I mean that, you know, actually do everything that you want to do full-heartedly and wholeheartedly. You know, I pursued singing fully from the beginning. I wish I finished my training, but with whatever training I got, I made the best of it now. um, I danced. Yeah, I did Kathak, I did Bollywood, and then in college I joined a Bhangra and hip hop team, and like, so I did all of that, and I did it as best as I could while I was in my med school program. And you know, I've had people along the way try to pull me down and say, "Oh, like don't go to this performance this weekend. You should study," or "Oh, like, you know," and I'm like, "But I can manage to, like, you know." And but this is me saying now, you know, in hindsight, 2020 is always hindsight. Hindsight is always 2020. And at that time, I would kind of, you know, flow with them and be like, "Oh yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I should stay and study." But then I was like, "Well, I can, you know, I can plan it out. I can study Monday through Friday and then just go do my shows Saturday, Sunday, or whatever." Um, yeah, I actually grew up. I was a radio jockey for a few years growing up. Yeah, EBC Radio. If anybody's in the tri-state area, if you remember EBC Radio, 1170 AM. Yeah, I was their first child artist growing up, and then I did that for 5, 6 years. Then I went back in high school and did it. Um, and you know, that was another ordeal to handle because my parents, my or you know, part of my family would be like, "Oh, but you have school Monday, so why are you going here Sunday night and doing your show?" And I'd be like, "Well, because I can. I have the energy." You know, plenty of struggles. I can go on and on, but you know, it's I hope that whoever is listening and you know and is in a similar situation understand that struggles are unavoidable, but it's just how much resilience do you have to push through and accomplish what you want to, especially if you're doing music with a science or you know with your job or just anything. Um, so yeah.
Wow, what a story! Fascinating, honestly, and absolutely, hats off to you for the perseverance you've shown. Because, like you said, I think those people, if I mean, it clearly shows that you had the passion and you really do care about the passion of music and also medicine as well. Because any people who didn't have as much passion would probably get found out and probably left it earlier on. But respect to you for continuing despite the many obstacles you've shared. That's just
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. I can't even think, like, you know, I mean, everyone's got obstacles, of course, everyone has challenges,
Of course.
but yeah, it sounds like a really rough ride for you. But you know, we're just glad that you've come out of it and you're still singing and you're
Yeah.
following your dream of medicine as well, and obviously soon
Yeah.
you'll be a doctor. But yeah, guys, once again, please follow Avish on his journey, on his Instagram, on his Spotify, on his YouTube as well. You've heard his journey. You know, that hopefully has made you guys connect with him more, understanding where he's come from and where he is now. I think that's very important as well, to understand people's journeys. And that's one of the reasons I do these shed sessions, not to bring
Absolutely.
talent, but to understand people's journeys as well. And it's fantastic to hear your journey. And I think let's move on to a song now as well.
Yes. Okay. Um, let's see.
And if people have
Uh,
got requests, by all means, put them in the comments. And obviously,
yeah, absolutely.
once you feel it,
It'll help me also.
yeah.
Okay, let's see.
But we'll start with whatever you like.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Um, रे कबीरा मान जा रे फकीरा यूं ना जा आजा तुझको पुकारे तेरी परछाइयाँ रे कबीरा मान जा रे फकीरा यूं ना जा कैसा तू है निर्मोही कैसा रजाइया
Wow. Ams has summed it up smoothly. Fantastic. So smooth. Agreed. Got
Thank you,
smooth
thank
voice.
you,
Really like it. Couple of
thank you.
requests. Tu Meri
Yeah,
Zindagi Hai. Sam, which one's that one? Tu
maybe.
Zindagi. That one. Yeah.
I'm not sure about that one, but I see
Edil.
Edil Hai Mushkil. That I know. Um, Beautiful song. Actually, when it first came out, I did a Sufi trap version to it. So that is on YouTube.
Wow.
And I visibly look a little different because I was like 6 years younger. But at that time, when the song came out, I did it, and it's a Sufi trap violin cover. So yeah, so check it out on YouTube. But a little tidbit for I forgot the name, but whoever requested it.
Arshi.
Yeah. So Hershey. Okay. Sorry. So that's kind of an etymology.
Add on YouTube.
Sorry. Okay. So तू सफर मेरा है तू ही मेरी मंजिल तेरे बिना गुजारा है दिल है मुश्किल मुझे आजमाती है मंजिल से भी मेरी हर कमी को है तू नाज़नी तू सफर मेरा है तू ही मेरी मंजिल तेरे बिना गुजारा है दिल है मुश्किल.
Wow, wow, wow. Kya baat. again, oh, Sindhu saying, what a voice. Sindhu's a phenomenally talented singer, classically trained from Texas.
Thank
She's
you.
so
Thank
good.
you, Sindhu.
So high praise from her. Tia's loving it. Prasha, my beggar's loving it. Aha, Arshi, the girl who requested it, she's loving it. Couple of other
Oh,
requests. Saat Samandar, interesting. And
that's Samandar. Okay. Is it? I did like a TikTok cover to
wow,
that, but okay, maybe that's why. I was like, what an interesting choice. What is it? सात समंदर पार है मेरे पीछे पीछे आ गई तेरे पीछे पीछे आ गई सात समंदर पार है तेरे पीछे पीछे आ गई मैं तेरे पीछे पीछे आ गई.
I,
That's all.
yeah,
That's all I remember.
Sindhu would love to connect with you. She says you're incredible. Pavia says these notes are transitioning so smooth, like softened butter being spread on a warm slice of toast. What an analogy!
Wow.
Let me pin that. That was
Wow.
lovely.
What a beautiful analogy.
Sindhu's economics homework is getting easier because of this beautiful music. Lovely voice. Am says 0 to 10 in 1 second. No backlift, just bang. Agreed. Very good. Uh, I'm loving all the analogies that people are coming.
Yeah, I love it. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Um,
Okay, yeah.
I
No,
see. I'm sorry, I don't know Tu Meri
that's fine. No
Zindagi,
worries.
but I know Kaise Hua.
Okay.
Um, I'm assuming the one from Kabir
Yeah,
Singh.
yeah.
So, okay. Um, कैसे हुआ कैसे हुआ तू इतना जरूरी कैसे हुआ कैसे हुआ कैसे हुआ तू इतना जरूरी कैसे हुआ. I don't remember the Andhra, but yeah,
That's
hope that was okay.
very nice. Very nice. And yeah, everyone's loving it. Sindhu,
I'm glad.
I'm not,
I'm very glad.
don't worry. Hope everything is well, Sindhu, because obviously she's in Texas and they've had all the power cuts and everything.
Oh, yes,
Hope things are
yes.
okay in your part, and hope you and your family are safe as well. Oh, Aarti has said Inna Sona, please.
Oh, yes. Okay, one of my favorites.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's actually my opener song on performances.
Oh,
So for anyone in New York, I sing on Sundays or Saturday evenings at Bar Bar. It's a restaurant in New York City. So you can find me there on the weekends. And I usually post when I'm gonna go. So, Enna Sorna is my opening song for sure. इन्ना सोना क्यों रब ने बनाया इन्ना सोना क्यों रब ने बनाया आवा जावा ते मैं आरानू मनावा आवा जावा ते मैं आरानू मनावा इन्ना सोना इन्ना सोना इन्ना सोना इन्ना सोना क्यों रब ने बनाया इन्ना सोना ओ इन्ना सोना इन्ना सोना इन्ना सोना.
hi, kya baat? That's Tera voice, kya baat? Nina says excellent vibrato. Avish, you have superb control on your voice. Agreed.
Thank you.
So someone's requested. This is actually quite a coincidence as well. Mira's requested "Tip Tip Barsa Pani," which actually
Oh,
sang literally an hour or so ago on Clubhouse.
yeah, wow.
Amazing. Like I
um
think Bharat
what are the odds?
Bharat was the mod in the group, and he mentioned that I've always he said his words were that I've always thought of this as a cheesy song, but you made it sound so beautiful. So I think definitely "Tip Tip Barsa Pani" if you could sing that.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. um yeah, okay. डूबा दरिया में खड़ा मैं साहिल पर हो डूबा दरिया में खड़ा मैं साहिल पर हो तू बिजली बनकर मेरी मेरे दिल पर चली ऐसी ये पागल पवन मैं क्या करूं ए टिप टिप बरसा पानी पानी ने आग लगाई आग लगी दिल में तो दिल को तेरी याद आई तेरी याद आई तो छा गया मुझ पे दीवानापन मेरे बस में नहीं मेरा मन मैं क्या करूं है
Damn! Wow, wow. He is right. You changed the feel of the song. I think others said on Clubhouse as well. Like it was so soulful, and I agreed. Like just completely from that sort of cheesy vibe to that item number to just literally like a romantic ballad, soulful type of song. Beautiful. So
Thank you. If you think about it, why are these songs being remade? It's because the melodies are so beautiful. Like the melodies are so beautiful. And if you just strip away back then everything was about the drums and the beats and the music.
yeah.
You take that away, the reason why they're being remade is because the melodies are so good. And so, it's a different feel and different vibe. And so for me, yes, this song was obviously about the dance, about Ravina Tandon, all of that. But I was like, no, like these lyrics are so good, like the melody is so good. So I'm actually really glad. Maybe I may do like an actual cover to this.
Yes,
so,
please.
I'm very inspired. Thank you for everybody who's been liking that version. I think I'm going to do it eventually.
That could really blow up, and it could really seriously, because like you said, the melodies are what people. Why are people still playing songs from the 50s, 60s, 70s?
Mm-hmm.
Because the melodies are so beautiful, the lyrics are so pure and amazing as well, heart touching, really, really good. And they, I hope people don't try and remake those, because I think in this whole remix era, a lot of getting murdered.
Yes.
But I think, the reason why people are still listening to them is because they're so good, the melodies and the lyrics, and they're just evergreen, and they will always, some of them still sound so fresh today even as well.
Completely. Very much so. Yeah, I'm just reading through this.
Oh, that's a good request, Nina. Avish, can you sing Laba Para Aaye?
Oh gosh, that is such a hard song.
It is. If you feel comfortable, then 2 lines.
Okay, I mean, I'm not going to do justice to Javed Ali by any means, but I can try. Let's see. लब पर आए गीत सुहाने माने ना जियरा लाख बहाने याद तिहारी आए सताने मन लागे रे पछताने हो मोरे सैया मैं लागू तोरे भैया बलमवा ना जाओ परदेस सजना जी करूं मैं कैसे राजी पिया जी लागे जिया को ठेस
वाह.
I tried. No. Sorry, Javed, if you're listening.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, that's all. As singers, that's all we can do. We, as they say in India, it's a koshish, right? It's an attempt. That's all we can do.
Absolutely.
And we just hope that people appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, the voice, your voice is very well suited to that song, as Nina said as well. So good.
Thank you.
What else? Hi to Check as well, who's joined in. Hi to everyone else who's joined in. Markan, you said it was a tough one, and then you nailed it. Wow.
Thank you. Let's see.
Hmm.
तारों के शहर. Okay.
Sure.
Hmm, ना चैन से जीने देगी, ना चैन से मरने देगी, ना चैन से जीने देगी, ना चैन से मरने देगी. आ चलो ले चले तुम्हें तारों के शहर में, धरती पे दुनिया हमें प्यार न करने देगी. आ चलो ले चले तुम्हें तारों के शहर में, धरती पे ये दुनिया हमें प्यार न करने देगी.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Hi Akshay. Oh, thanks for my songs playing on radio right now. You just messaged in to say thanks for that. Sindhu said
Yeah,
he has a similar texture to Sonu Nigam at times. Very nice, big compliment. Uh,
yeah, thank you very much.
Another
Thank you.
request, Dil Ka Darya, Delisha.
Oh, Dilka Darya. Okay. Let's see. दिल का दरिया बह ही गया, इश्क इबादत बन ही गया, खुद को मुझे तू सौंप दे, मेरी जरूरत तू बन गया, बात दिल की नजरों ने की, सच कह रहा तेरी कसम, तेरे बिन अब न लेंगे एक भी दम, तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम, तेरे साथ हो जाएंगे खत्म, तुझे कितना चाहे और हम.
Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful. And I just, in every song that you sing, I love the variations you add. It's stuff that, I've never, I don't think of adding. But that, again, that shows your creativity as an artist, where you're able to put things in and your transitions, like Pavi said earlier as well, where you're able to do it, just those runs and the transitions, they're really, really clean and smooth. So, so good. Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That actually really means a lot, because sometimes, every artist kind of goes through a little bit of self-doubt, and I always feel like sometimes I can't hit those runs and those variations and vibratos and all these things that everyone in the comments is saying, and like thank you so much. Truly, it means a lot because Sonu Nigam and Arijit Singh are like on a very different level. I try to just take their songs and make it and tune it to what I can do, but I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the kind words.
That's exactly. I mean, yes, they're legends, but we shouldn't be copying them. Otherwise, we'll just become mimicry artists. We have to
Mm-hmm.
learn from them, but adapt it to our own style and our strengths and what suits our voices individually as. And that's
Absolutely.
exactly what you're doing. And Markan says in the mid and the higher range, his runs and vibratos very similar to Sonu Nigam. And yeah, brilliant, brilliant. So much love for you. And just going to
Thank
try
you.
to see other requests as
Yeah.
well. तुम हो कभी 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 oh wow, that would be amazing.
Oh my gosh, Kabhi Kabhi. Okay. It's so funny. My friends, or my one friend, she sings it to me all the time whenever she sees me because my nickname is Avi. And so she'll always sing Avi, Avi. Anyways, but
Very nice.
uh, कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है, कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है, कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए, कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए, तू अब से पहले सितारों में बस रही थी कहीं, तुझे जमीन पे बुलाया गया है कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है.
Wow, wow, kya baat. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at these comments. Wow, says Sindhu, Mira.
Wow, thank
Kya
you guys.
baat.
Thank you.
So much love, and rightly so.
Wow. Yeah, really. Thank
And
you.
please extend that love from the comments, guys, into following him on his Instagram, on his Spotify, on his YouTube. We've had a chat about the wonderful mashups and the different things and the creative things he's done, that Avish has done. So please do check them out. You know, like,
Yeah.
support it, comment, share it. And yeah, I wish you just continue to do more wonderful things as well. You said you're going to, hopefully, this Tip Tip Barsapani will be very keen to look forward to that as well.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
बहुत खूब. Yes, Nina. I
Yeah.
see people singing with sing this with emotion anymore. You ace that. Thank you. Wah, Dylan. Kya baat. Very, very, very.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody who's listening.
Another
I saw, let's
Abhi
see.
Mujh Mein.
Oh man, that is, oh my gosh, that is one Sonu Nigam song I have yet to nail.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Let's see. Oh, okay. You know, usually I have like this like list of songs, and then today I'm blank, and all these hard ones are coming at
But
me. Okay, let's
yeah,
see.
this is the beauty of requests, I guess. Something.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
अभी मुझ में कहीं बाकी थोड़ी सी है जिंदगी जगी धड़कन नहीं जाना जिंदा हूँ मैं तो अभी कुछ ऐसी लगन इस लम्हे में है ये लम्हा कहाँ था मेरा अब है सामने इसे छू लूं जरा मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा खुशियाँ चूम लूं या रो लूं जरा मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा.
wow.
Oh
Yes,
my God, that was so hard.
my phone screen is breaking. This is incredible. Oh my God, what range. Wow. Says Sam, beautiful. Says Arshi. It's hard. And then he takes it for a 6. And yeah, exactly. Knocks it out of the park, right? Delisha, wow, so beautiful. Markand is your ultimate hype man because he's like, nail it now. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Just wow.
Wow.
So good. Those high notes.
Oh
And again, those variations at the end, phenomenal. So good. Oh man, really good. Ooh, another good request. Bolna from Kapoor and Son.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, what a song. What a
Great song,
movie.
yes.
Okay. Trying to think. What was the, oh my gosh, what's the first word? Oh, today.
Yeah.
Okay. छुटे आना छुटे मुझसे रंग तेरा ढोलना एक तेरे बाजो दूजा मेरा कोई बोलना बोलना माही बोलना बोलना माही बोलना तेरे लिए आया मैं तो तेरे संग जाना ढोलना बे तेरे नाल जिंदड़ी बेतावा कदी नहीं छोड़ना इश्क दी दौड़ना सारे छड़ जाए माही तू ना छोड़ना बोलना माही बोलना बोलना माही बोलना.
Beautiful. Agreed, Ams. I can feel the soul. That was the last line, Bolna of Mahi Bolna, straight to the soul there. That touched it. Oh, so good.
Wow, thank you
You're
guys.
Sachin Tendulkar of NYC in singing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I can't wait for him to blow up super soon. Yeah, it deserves it so much. You can just see the years that you spent training and working on your craft. Really, it's all these years of hard work. Oh, that's a great request, Aarti. Jashne Bahara from Jodha Akbar.
Jashne
Yeah,
Bahara. Okay.
I think.
I did a remix to that
Oh,
a few years ago too. I combined that with um, Afreen, and I mixed it with oh, Justin Bieber's "I'm the One." You know, sometimes I question some of my song choices from back in the day, but yeah, there's a remix of all that on YouTube and Spotify. So listen to it. I called it "I'm the Justin," so
that,
that's there too. Yeah. Okay. कहने को जश्न बहारा है इश्क ये देख के हैरा है कहने को जश्न बहारा है इश्क ये देख के हैरा है फूल से खुशबू खफा खफा है गुलशन में छुपा है कोई रंज फिजा की चिलमन में सारे सहमे नजारे हैं सोए सोए वक्त के धारे हैं और दिल में कोई खोई सी बातें हैं हो कहने को जश्न बारा है इश्क ये देख के हैरा है फूल से खुशबू खफा खफा है गुलशन में
wow, wow, wow. Kya baat. Beautiful. So good, so good. And
yeah.
yeah, okay. So I'm just trying to see if there's any other requests. I think let's get one more
Yeah.
song because obviously I'm just conscious about time as well. Uh,
Yeah, no, of course.
so
Um,
let's end with whatever you want. If there's unless there's any requests that's gone. Chhod Denge by Param.
Chhod Denge. Okay. It's a brand new song.
Yeah,
It's like very new. But actually, I did like some random, oh my gosh, I swear the internet is crazy. I did like a 20-second TikTok thing like that. And the music director, Sachit and Parampara, they actually found it and shared it on their story. And Nora Fatehi then shared it on her story. So I was just like, wow, like this is crazy. Like, anyways, but let's see. Um, दिल टूटा लेकर मुस्कुरा के चलना सिखा दिया धोखे ने तेरे हाँ में संभलना सिखा दिया ओ मन भर गया है जो हमसे सारे रिश्ते तोड़ देंगे जिस दिन आदत बनेंगे उसी दिन ही छोड़ देंगे मरते हुए को बिखरते हुए को तड़पता हुआ छोड़ के अरे तुम क्या जानोगे कितना मजा आता है दिल तोड़ के आने न देंगे आंखों में अपनी हम नमी अरे बनने ना देंगे तुमको हम अपनी कमी ना कोई सवाल करना ना कोई जवाब देंगे गिनते गिनते थक जाओगे जख्म बेहिसाब देंगे छोड़ देंगे
wow, wow, wow. Kya baat. Beautiful, beautiful. Khalid has you've reduced him to tears. He's crying. He says, "Wow."
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, thank you
Rupa
guys.
says, "Wow, perfect, lit." Oh man, so many amazing comments. So guys, again, please go support Avish.
Wow, thank
Follow
you.
him. Please follow him on his Instagram, on his Spotify, on his YouTube. Show him your love and support. And
Yes, absolutely.
you,
You can on Spotify and Apple Music. It's my full name, Avish Jan. And then yeah, on Instagram and Twitter and anything else, social is at Musical Avish. So yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, Avish, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for taking time out to come on Shed Sessions. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank you for blessing and gracing Shed Sessions with your beautiful voice and your amazing singing and all these songs and these mashups that you've done. I'm definitely going to be listening to all of this back as well. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Truly, like, such a great conversation. I'm so glad that like I could share my experiences with you and just get to sing a few requests. And I'm so glad we got to like meet.
Yeah,
I truly like I can't believe how small our world is, and I'm so happy to have met you. And I hope to do this again soon.
yeah. I
So
was just going to
yeah.
say it would be great to have you back on soon as well. So, please do.
Absolutely. I'm free most of the time now. I finished up school this week, and then I have about 3 months off before I start working as a doctor then.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, we'll plan something. We'll
yeah,
definitely get you back on soon. So, yeah, looking forward to that.
yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely. Thank you so much.
all right.
All
Take
right.
care. Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.